CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus joins us for more on what's next in the nation's 9-month-long battle against the coronavirus. Doctor, good morning. Great to see you. 2 vaccines have hit the efficacy and safety mark so far, but the AstraZeneca-Oxford vaccine still has some question marks. Should we have ultimately at least 3 vaccines available?
Hey, great to see you at the table. The answer to me clearly is yes. The Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine had a trial done, and there were 2 different doses in the trial. Long story how they got there, but both of them worked. And when both of them worked, it's clear to me that we need something out there, more doses. And so if there's a 3rd vaccine, that's tens of millions of more people who can be vaccinated in the short run when there were no safety issues at all. So my hope is that all 3 vaccines get out there. And by the way, the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, nonprofit, and the largest manufactured vaccine in the world.
And also that not needing that sub-zero refrigeration rate as well, which a lot of people are excited about. David, the here and now, we don't have a vaccine right now. Cases are up, hospitalizations are up, everything continues to rise. Is there any reason to think that that will change as we get closer to another holiday, or is that the trend that will continue?
Every single holiday we've had, there's been a significant increase, 50% or more, 10 to 14 days after the holiday. And the same thing will happen here, unfortunately. 50 people an hour are dying in the United States right now of COVID-19. And those numbers are only going to go up. And so I am worried about the next 6 to 8 weeks. I really am.
Dr. A, reports indicate that the CDC is thinking about changing its quarantine rules from a period of 2 weeks to 7 to 10 days. What would your advice be?
So the reason for that is a lot of people are not compliant with the 14 days. I can't miss 14 days of work. I'm going to get fired. Economically, I can't handle it. How can my child not interact with anybody for 14 days? So limiting it to 7 to 10 days with a test will probably cut down slightly the number of people diagnosed, but at the same time, hopefully it'll dramatically increase compliance. And I'm all for it. 7 to 10 days with a test makes sense. If you were at your holiday parties and there was that cousin or that uncle who you know is going out all the time and you had interactions with him or her, then you need to quarantine for 7 to 10 days and get a test, or your children do when they come home. We all have to play our part to stop the spread of this virus.
We sure do. Hey, Doc, the FDA recently approved an at-home testing kit. Is that potentially the future of testing when it comes to the coronavirus, this at-home idea?
You know, Ed, we've been talking about this for a long time, at-home testing. And this is a test where you can actually do a molecular test at home. So good sensitivity and very good test. The problem is they can't really make them. And so it's going to be months before it's out there. And it's not going to make a significant dent on the market. Unfortunately, we have a major issue still with testing in this country. We just don't have enough of them in the right places. Getting them at home would be fantastic, but it's not on the near timeline, unfortunately. And so while I like the idea, we shouldn't change what we're doing now because of that test.
Yeah, a lot of people looking forward to seeing that happen, but again, it's a ways off, as you mentioned. Dr. David Agus, we thank you always for joining us.